Do you see my screen, online students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were discussing interpolative methods for unevenly spaced data. Is not it? So far we have studied Lagrange interpolation method. Is not it? So what was the disadvantage? What was the advantage of Lagrange interpolation method? It can be for both evenly spaced and unevenly spaced data. It is very easy to write down the formula. Okay? Data points need not be sorted. The nodes or x values need not be in any order. कोई भी arbitrary data ले लो और उसको interpolate कर सकते हैं. What is the disadvantage of Lagrange interpolation? इन ये जो सामने की जो रो है ना, ये बंद कर दो नहीं तो ये दिखता नहीं है. Okay, so disadvantage is not recursive. So मान लो कि 5 डेटा है, उसके साथ और एक डेटा ऐड कर दिए तो फिर से नया कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा पॉलिनोमियल को फाइंड करने के लिए. So we want to overcome that disadvantage and we want a method which will be applicable to any kind of data. So for that we are going to study Newton's divided difference or Newton's general interpolation formula. Why it is called general? Because Newton's forward difference formula, Newton's backward difference formula, that can be derived from this result which we are going to study, provided the data are evenly spaced. Okay. So first you have to study what is divided difference. Then only you'll be able to understand what will be the formula. So divided difference so this is denoted by this symbol, 2/3 bracket, entries are there. Suppose the data points are, let's say x1, y1, two data points, x2, y2. So divided difference between the 2 points are given by this formula. So suppose the data points are x1, y1, x2, y2, then divided difference of x1, x2 is denoted by this symbol. Third bracket, the elements are separated by the comma. And how it is defined? Output, oh, this should be x2. Output at x2 minus output at x1 by x2 minus x1. So it should be what? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is the formal definition of divided difference. So what will be this one? X, x1, x is any arbitrary data. What it will be? Then y1 minus y. Suppose the value at x is y by x1 minus x. Okay, so this is called first order divided difference. These are called first order divided difference. Okay, if I write 3 points x1, x2, x3, data points are x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, then they are divided difference. This is called second order divided difference. It is defined as divided difference of last two data point x2, x3 minus divided difference of first two data x1, x2 by the last node minus first node. What is that? x3 minus x1. So this is the divided difference of second order divide. Second order divided difference. Just understand the procedure. It is nothing but simple calculation. Some data will be there. You will be doing some numerical manipulation. Nothing else. Okay. So similarly, so can you tell me what will be x, comma? Okay. What will be this divided difference? Tell me. X, comma x1, comma x2. what it will be? x1 x2 divided difference there minus x1 by x2 minus x. Okay, so this is how you'll be evaluating. So similarly, you can define third order divided difference for 4 data points. So just tell me what will be this, and then I will try to derive the Newton's divided difference formula. So what will be this one? x1, x2, x3, x4. What it will be? Divided difference of last 3 data, x2, x3, x4 minus divided difference of first 3 data, they are x1, x2, x3 by not nothing, x4 minus x1. Okay, and you know how to calculate x2, x3, x4 using second order divided difference. You also know how to derive x2, x1 using first order divided difference. So basically this will be a real number only. Yes or no? Some fraction will be there, but it will be a real number after doing all the simplification. Okay, fine. So now let us try to find out the polynomial using this concept. So Newton's divided difference. So again, we'll assume that n plus data points are there. So data points are x0, y0, x1, y1 up to xn, yn. Arbitrary data I have taken n plus 1 data points. So let us try to find out the polynomial which will interpolate these data. Okay, so let us start with this calculation. Let's see what we are getting. So what we need, we will take arbitrary input x. This is arbitrary input. And what we need from x, we need what will be y. Basically, y is nothing but y of x, function of x. Okay, we need y in terms of x. So let us start with this. What is this quantity? X1. This is x. This is what? Tell me. Y1 minus y. Y1 minus y by x1 minus x.
Hello, sir, you're not audible, sir. लीव कर दो सब, सर का नेटवर्क सही नहीं है, वो एक्स्ट्रा क्लास लगाएंगे कभी, आज क्लास नहीं हो पाएगी।
कल भी नहीं हुई थी,
लीव कर दो, छुट्टी है।
कल भी एक भी क्लास नहीं हुई थी।
Only 7 students are there. Obviously, they will not be there for so long. Hello. Hello. Students, am I audible to you? They are not at all with their system. Or hello, students, am I audible to you? आपकी नहीं, मजाक मत करो, सीरियस, ये सीरियस ऑनलाइन मोड में. हेलो, स्टूडेंट्स, am I audible to you? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Network was not working for some long time. So today actually I have completed divided difference. So you ask your friend to explain it. If they are not doing that, then I'll be taking the lecture again at some free time. I'll talk to you and decide. So this interpolation part is over. Next thing I am going to introduce, that will be curve fitting. So you please continue joining the lecture. So curve fitting, this is new topic, okay? So interpolation is over. So whenever you are collecting data from some real life experiments, data are not accurate. Yes or no? Some amount of error will be there. For example, if I ask you to tell the temperature at this point, you will use thermometer and then you will tell a specific value. Let's say 16 degree. It may not be exactly 16 degree. There may be some error while reading. It may be 16.1, 16.2. So same thing is happening. If I ask you, okay, tell me the length of certain rod, so you'll bring out a tape and you'll try to find out the length. So there may be some amount of error, plus minus 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. So whenever you are collecting data from real life experiment, data are not error free. Some amount of data error will always be there. So if you try to pass a polynomial through data points, that will not be giving you the exact relationship, because those data points are not error free. They are having some amount of error. So if I give you 3 points and then I ask you, okay, find the interpolating polynomial, then what you will do? Either you will be using Newton's forward difference formula, or Newton's divided difference formula, or Lagrange interpolation formula, and you will pass a 2-degree polynomial at most through those 3 data points. Now, data points are having some amount of error, so that relationship is not accurate. So instead, what we are going to do here, we are not going to pass a polynomial. You can hear me directly, no need to. So what you are going to do, you will decide yourself. First, you will plot the data in 2 dimensions. So suppose you are talking about 2-dimensional data. So you plot the data in 2 dimensions, try to look the pattern of the data, and you decide what kind of curve you want to fit. So let me show you some data and you tell me what kind of relationship is showing in those data. Do you see my screen, students? Not
सर
to
नॉट
you.
नॉट नाउ सर
Not to you.
सर अभी नहीं दिख रहा है
क्या
सर
मिलते हैं आप लोग, बताइए? हाँ, दिखता है,
यस सर
क्लास
अब
में
दिख रहा है
बैठे
सर
बोलते दिखते हैं. आप लोगों को थोड़ी पूछ रहे हैं.
सर सर थोड़ा नेटवर्क
Okay.
लैग करता है तो मे बी देर में
नहीं
अपडेट होता है
नहीं. Okay, okay, fine. So do you see now? Do you see now my screen?
यस सर
Okay. So let me show you some data and tell me what kind of relationship you see. Here, suppose these are the data points. Let me open it with Microsoft Edge. Then I will be able to write something on that. Open with Microsoft Edge. So this car fitting is most important to you compared to interpolation. So here, if you look at these data points, suppose that dots are the data. These dots, let's say this is P1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and 0.6. These 6 data points are there. So if you try to interpolate, what you will do? You will try to find a 5th degree polynomial using Newton's divided difference formula or Lagrange interpolation formula or Newton's forward difference formula. You will get a 5th degree polynomial passing through them. But do you need a 5th degree polynomial? If they are exact, then we have to pass. But if they are having some amount of error, this point may be little up and down. Next point is little bit up or down. You do not know the exact position. So do we find a 5th degree polynomial, or can we do something else? What kind of pattern do you see? What kind of pattern they are following? Quadratic curve. Linear तो नहीं follow करते हैं. एक quadratic curve जिसमें एक ही bend हो. Quadratic curve में एक ही bend है. So I think they are following quadratic relationship. Now which quadratic relationship? Because we are not passing the quadratic curve through the data points, because these are error, they are having some amount of error. So our aim is not to pass the quadratic curve through the data. Okay, and even a curve may not be passing through all the data. Quadratic curve के लिए 3 पॉइंट चाहिए यूनिक के लिए. इसमें तो 6 पॉइंट है, तो यूनिक तो नहीं होंगे. तो बहुत सारे क्वाड्रेटिक कर्व हो सकते हैं. which so some students may say, okay sir, this is the quadratic curve which is representing data in most suitable way. Some other student may say, no sir, I am saying this is the quadratic curve which is representing the data in most suitable way. Some other student may something else. So out of all those quadratic curves, which one will fit the data in most suitable way? So first you have to define what is most suitable way. So you have to quantify the error. So at each output point we'll measure the amount of error we are committing, and then somehow we'll collect all those errors for each data point, and then we'll do some analysis on those errors, and our aim will be to minimize the error. That is what we are planning to do. So we'll consider a general quadratic curve, and using that general quadratic curve we'll be trying to find out the error at each node point. Then we'll somehow collect them, add them. Maybe we'll directly add the error, we'll take the modulus of the error, then we'll add them, or we'll square the error, then we'll add them. So what we'll see, what we'll do, I will be telling the advantage and disadvantage of all those things, simply adding them or taking the modulus of the error, then adding them, or making the square of the error, then adding them. So this is what you are going to do. So we'll do some calculation, we'll use some calculus, you know how to maximize, minimize a function of 2 variables, 3 variables. You have studied it, na? First, in case of single variable, dy dx has to be 0. That will give you the critical points. Then at those critical points, you have to check the sign of the double derivative. In case of function of 2 variables, 2 partial derivative will be 0. 2 partial derivative will give you 2 nonlinear equation. You will have to solve them. Now solving nonlinear equation is not an easy job. You have to use Newton's root finding method. What was that? Newton-Raphson method for 2 variables. Or if it is function of 3 variables, then you will have to apply Newton's Raphson method of 3 variables. We did it while solving Lin-Bierstow method. We solved system of nonlinear equation. So that is what we are going to do. So here you see, again, if you try to fit a polynomial will be having several zigzag type, up and down. So We do not want to do that. Maybe we can fit a third degree polynomial looking at the data. Maybe this kind of curve is there. Is not it? Which will be maintaining the trend. If you try to fit a polynomial, what will happen? Let me draw the polynomial through its data. Then maybe this will be the polynomial. It is very not looking good, that relationship. But this yellow line may be a third degree polynomial. They are saying the relationship between input and output values. In case if you, so you will decide what you want to do. If you want to find a linear relationship, then you will consider a line. You will have to pinpoint the line for which the error will be minimum. So if you look at the data, we can see it is not a linear relationship. On the right hand side, do you see? Is it fitting the data in a most suitable way? No. So that you have to check the data. Same thing here. If an object is dropped from certain height, so that will be that you are considering several instances and you are measuring the height. So height will be decreased along the time. So this is the height. This side y-axis, which is representing height, x-axis time. So what kind of relationship is there between height and time if a object is dropped from a certain height? So that you have to find out. So which quadratic? So that you will do from the data. So you will obtain the data from real life scenario and then you try to find out a relationship. Here, if you increase the temperature of the soil, oxygen will be released from that soil. So it will be decreased. So what kind of relationship is there? Okay, same thing, pore pressure versus soil depth. So these are the real life situations, profit versus paid labor hour. So these are the data. Once you collect it, you plot it in 2 dimensions, try to see a pattern, and according to that pattern, you decide what kind of curve the data is following.
నాకే తెలిసింది బెల్ట్ లూజ్ అయింది
Okay.
సరే బాయ్
So this is the idea, main idea. Somehow you will, so it is up to you what kind of curve you want to fit. Then once the type is decided, you want to pinpoint what particular curve of that type will fit the data. Okay, so that is what you are going to do. Now for that you will have to accumulate the error. Now how you will accumulate the error? Okay, so you see, suppose, so let me tell you, I'll tell you how to accumulate the error and I'll end the class. Later the further discussion will be done in the next class. I can do it here, no problem. Curve fitting. So suppose you have only 3 data points. You have only 3 data points and they are plotted in this manner. First data, second data, and third data. What kind of relationship do you see? Linear, which line? Which linear curve? Most probably they are collinear. Suppose they are collinear. So then there will be a unique line passing through those 3 data. No amount of error. If any error is there, the line passing through those 3 data will be the curve. If they are collinear. Even if some amount of error is there, the line will be passing through all 3 data. There is no other way. Now I may say, no, not that. This is the line which is representing the data in a more suitable way. So you have to define what is the suitable way. So if I say I am simply adding the error, what is the criteria? Error has to be minimum. Okay, so if I say that I am simply adding the error, that how much error you are having for the data, for this data, this is the curve y equals to f of x. So the error will be this much amount. And one more thing I should tell, that in x values, no error is there. In x values, input values, you will decide when you want to find out the temperature. So at 5:30, so that is, there is no error. Or you, so, or at let's say time t equals to 2 seconds, what is the height? So x values, there is no error. You are determining when you want to calculate the output values. So x values, there is no error. So in x axis, there is no error. Only error will be in y values. So y values, the error will be calculated along y axis. Okay, so how much error is there in y for this first data? This much height. For second data, how much error is there? 0, it is passing through the data. And for third data, how much error? This much height. But you see, this one and this one, they are of same height and opposite sign. So they will be cancelled out if you simply add them. They will be cancelled out if you simply add them. So I can say this particular line is representing that 3 data. Is that the case? No. So you cannot simply add the error in your analysis. And you cannot take the modulus. If you take the modulus, then both will be plus sign. So you are adding some amount of error, but analysis cannot be used because you cannot differentiate mod function. At the sharp point, function is not differentiable. So analysis will be, you cannot use in your study to maximize and minimize that. So mod cannot be used. Then you cannot use simply add them. So what to do next? So what I am planning to do, I will square each of the error and then add it. And then we try to minimize that quantity. Each node error will be there, you square it and you add those square errors. Then we'll try to make it least. So the method is known as least square method. At each node, we'll try to find out the error, square it, and then you minimize that, make it least. So the method we are going to use in curve fitting technique, that will be least square method. Okay. Now, while squaring the error, we are taking care of several things. First, data, all error we are considering, and those data which are having more error, their weightage is more. If you square it, they will become larger. So those data which are having more error, once we square it, then we are adding it now. So their weightage is given more in the contribution of the total error. So we are taking care of that. जो डेटा ज्यादा एरर होंगे उसको हम लोग और अच्छे से ट्रीट करेंगे. That is also done in least square technique. Is not it? So that is the idea. So let's say data points are n, starting from x1, y1 up to xn, yn, and you want to fit a linear curve. So I'll start with linear. So suppose, let us take for the time being only 3 data. So let's say data points are, I'll tell you the technique how to calculate that total error, and further discussion will be done in the next class. So the data points are, suppose this and this. Obviously they are not collinear and some amount of error is there for the first data. So first data is x1 y1, second data is x2 y2, and third data is x3 y3. Okay, so but you see there is a linear relationship. Suppose, or if I let me add one more data, then you will be convinced there is a linear relationship. Suppose next data is there. Let's say this is x4, y4. So these are the 4 data points: 1, 2, 3, 4. You may say there is a cubic relationship that is there, but in that case you will be doing nothing but interpolation. The curve will be passing through all data. But if you look at, okay, there is a linear relationship, and suppose this is the line which is representing the data in a most suitable manner, okay, most suitable way. So at each node you will have to calculate the error. So let the straight line be y equals to x plus b, or let's say capital Y, to distinguish between small x1 y1. Okay, because node is same, x value is same, height will be different for the curve and for the data. So height for the curve is denoted by capital Y, and height for the data is denoted by small y. So capital Y equals to x plus b. So how much error you see at first data point? Let's say this is P1, P2, P3, this is P4. So amount of error is this much error. So what is that value? Capital Y evaluated at x1, so that will be capital Y evaluated at x1 minus y1. Okay, so that is the amount of error. So this is E1. So this is E1. E2. So this is E2. Let's say this is E2. So E2 is how much? Y at x2 minus y2. What is the error at third data? E3. Let's say that is E3. So E3 is capital Y at x3 minus y3, and accordingly, depending on number of data points, error will be there. Now what you do? So what is y of x1? If you have determined that there is a linear relationship, what is y of x1? Ax1 plus b minus y1. This will be ax2 plus b minus y2. This will be ax3 plus b minus y3, and so on, depending on the number of data. So if there are n data point, what will be en? Y of xn minus yn. So that will be axn plus b minus yn. Is it okay? Now what you do? You have to accumulate the error squaring it. So let E equals to capital E, or let's say E equals to E1 square plus E2 square plus E3 square up to En square. So that will be basically nothing but summation I equals to 1 to n axi plus b minus yi square. Is it okay? So this is the error. And what are the unknowns in this E? What are the unknowns? A and B. So you will have to determine what is A and B. So, and while doing so, you will have to minimize E. So you have to calculate del E by del A equals to 0, del E by del B equals to 0. You will end up with some set of equations. Basically, in this particular case, they will be linear equation, and they will create a pattern. They will give you a particular type of equation. If you increase, if you want to find quadratic relationship, only equation will be slightly changed. If you try to find out a cubic relationship, then the equation will be changed more little bit, but they will be following a certain pattern in polynomial fitting. So this will give you a particular set of equations. Those will be called normal equations. They are known as normal equation. So I'll end the discussion at this point. Next class, I'll be telling you what are the equation. Only you have to do minimize E. Okay. So any doubts so far? Any doubts from online students?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, then you may leave now, online students. And you ask your friend to explain Newton's divided difference formula. If they are not doing, then let me know. I will schedule an extra class for you. And I will be
Okay,
explaining
sir. Okay, sir. Okay,
Newton's
sir.
divided difference. Okay. So what is interesting, this carpeting